expect first lah.
Okay. Okay, what to expect for this podcast is basically just to introduce to all the volunteers and basically everyone of this year's National Day. As you all know, because of the current coronavirus situation, we have to do our Zoom meetings and all. So yeah, this is another form of way we are going to do our interviews, daily interviews. So it's a form of sharing for the volunteers and also to the public.
Hi everybody, I am Shay and I'm part of this year's NDP media team. And this is my second National Day parade as a volunteer.
I'm Keith. This is Shay. This is my second time volunteering for this year's National Day parade.
Hey guys, I'm Eddie here. This is my second time volunteering for NDP, but it's my first time volunteering as a media volunteer. So thanks everyone for joining this, for accepting our interview and spending your Wednesday night with us.
Hi everybody, I'm Chen Hong. It's my first time this year as NDP volunteer and also a media volunteer.
Okay, yes, hi the media team. Thank you for the invite. So hi, I'm Elisha. I'm a staff of Hardware Network. I did NDP for the past 2 years, NDP 18 and 19. This year, I don't have a direct thing under me, but I have multiple things that I'm overseeing. So yeah, that's me for now. Yes.
Hi, I'm Bhui. This is my 5th time volunteering in NDP.
Wow.
So I joined since 2015 and I skipped 2017.
We can guess her age, right? We can guess her age by now.
Hi, I'm Hazel. So just like Chen Hong, this is my first ever NDP, so it's my first time and I'm under YPC this year.
Wow. Okay. Brilliant. Okay, a few first timers, some regular people, I guess. Okay. As you all know, of course, of the current coronavirus situation, we have to do different ways to interview and get in touch with different people for this year's National Day Parade. So yeah, this has happened to be one of them. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna start interviewing with different people from all walks of life volunteering for or working for this year's National Day Parade as part of Hardware Network. All right, let's begin. Let's start with the simple questions because I think we only get to know the service like this is your how many NDP or whatever. Maybe we get a little bit more insight as to what are you guys doing as of now during the circuit breaker period. Bhui, yeah. Shall we start with you first? Maybe you want to share with everyone?
This is my 3rd week of work from home lah. But then even though it's work from home, but occasionally I'm sort of like still on standby. So as and when there are like ground operations that require me to assist them, I'm actually being deployed to ground operations like the community centers to actually help the manpower there lah. So for example, I help to assist in like mask distribution and assisting in like the temporary relief fund scheme also. So it's actually a scheme that eligible for those who actually lost their income or of at least 30% or actually lost their job in view of this COVID situation. So they can actually apply at any community center or social service office and with supporting documents lah to actually show that they actually lost their job or at least a 30% loss of income and they are actually eligible to receive a 500 relief fund, a one-time relief fund.
Lisa, what about you?
So my job scope is similar to Bhui, but except I'm actually working at the social service office and specifically to Payo. So I'm joining them for a short term, which is like as a supporting officer for the time being because there's a lot of, like what Bhui mentioned, a lot of COVID relief funds and so on. So they need people to process and apply. So I'm there to support their staff and manage all these applications.
I see. Wow. Okay. I guess a little bit of a short introduction from the both of you guys. So, what makes you want to volunteer with Hardware for this year's National Day Parade? Now, anyone want to start first? Anyone? Okay.
Why not?
I don't know. Okay, maybe we'll start with Hazel. I understand it's your first time, so maybe you want to share a bit like why you want to join this year's National Day Parade.
So for me, I heard many stories from my friends who actually volunteered a few years back as a GV. So I thought this is the best opportunity because I am currently awaiting for uni admission. So waiting for it to start. So I have a lot of free time and I want to do something meaningful because usually it's always about the school. So this time I want to do something that's bigger and that will be fulfilling and enriching.
I see. Okay, Bi Hui, understand you are the veteran amongst almost all of us. So why join again? Like, what makes you join again? Wow.
For me, it's like volunteering. Has been a part of parcel of my life, and also back in 2015 when I first started NDP, I actually do my sector overall in charge has actually become my role model, and she's still my role model. So I'm actually following her footsteps, and I would like to volunteer for NDP as long as I can And I don't see any reason why I should not volunteer I should not volunteer for NDP.
Oh, I see. Wow. You want to give a shout out to your role model in case she sees this? Just give a little shout out.
She's actually the mentor of this year's YPC.
Oh, wow.
Yes, she has done NP for 10 years and she really done a great job in making an impact in my life, especially in terms of volunteering for NDP.
Okay, then we move on to somebody different this time. This time we go to Eddie. Eddie, understand that? Yeah, you volunteered for 2015, and then this year you volunteer as a media volunteer for hardware. So why make the sudden change?
Okay, so basically, why after 5 years, previously because I wanted to do media volunteering previously as well in 2015, but I think I was late for the submission, so I ended up being a GD instead. So this time round, I want to serve NDP in another capacity because since I like taking photos all this, so I think it's great to capture the national spirit during such a significant day.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Wow. I rather ask a simple question. Why do you think you guys rather should join this year's NDP? Who wants to start first? Maybe I'll start with Eddie.
Me?
Why do you think you want to join? Yeah.
Why do I think youth like us should join NDP? Serve in NDP this year. Okay, because basically, it's a good exposure to the society because you get to see different kind of people, you get to work with different kind of people, and you get to serve different kind of people. So, in a sense that the exposure you get from NDP because it's such a big event, right? You probably won't get it elsewhere. And some more this year's NDP should be something very special. So it might be very different from previous NDP. So I think it's an experience. It's an occasion worth experiencing.
Bihui, you want to share?
Okay, I think for me, because of current COVID situation, there are a lot of sort of like those youth volunteering activities has been suspended, especially those in schools. So in terms of volunteering wise, NDP is still a way that we can actually show support to our own nation, and it's also one of the channels to show like SG United as they have been supporting this campaign also.
Okay, I think also might want to share some of my experience also, because I think me and Shay, we are both actually media volunteers for our second time.
Yeah, we have been on the same team for 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. So it's like for both of us, it's actually a bit different from both of you guys because we as media volunteers, we also get the chance to like improve ourselves in our skills and our ways of interacting with the people. For us, most of us we do is photography and some video editing, videography, or a whole lot of list of media stuff. Like basically a bit of content creation also. So yeah, in a way, it's also a form of us to improve ourselves and also gain experience in working like behind the scenes and knowing what is going on, not just in front, but also like as the supporting team as well. So yeah, it's great for both of us. Wow. Yeah. Okay. This question will be a bit open for the newcomers. Okay, especially for Hazel, Eddie, Zheng Hong, they are. I mean, you guys want to share, what is one thing, or rather, maybe multiple. What is one or more thing you're going to look for this year's NDP? Like maybe Zheng Hong, you want to start first?
Sure. So one thing I'm gonna look forward to will be like working with new people, because it's my first time working as a media volunteer, and like volunteering before, I've been volunteering at as a logistics volunteer at Chingay for like the past 4 years, and also uh, there I get to meet a lot of different people from all walks of life, and this time with like being in as a media volunteer, like it's a new skills that you need. You can share your own experiences and your own skills to other volunteers at the same, like they are doing the same thing.
Hazel, anything you want to look forward for this year?
I'm definitely looking forward to meeting the people physically, because we started out like when I was with YCC, we started out as weekly meetings, physically seeing them. So now it's like I'm craving the human interaction physically. So I'm really looking forward to SSC GV training. Hopefully we can resume our training in real life, so we can actually meet and have a personal touch with the people we are working with.
I guess we can all agree. Anything to look forward to this year's National Day?
Okay, initially, what I'm looking forward is to see everyone dress up in the national colors, and happily bring their kids and parents and their family to go watch NDP. And at the same time, we can take videos, take footages, and take photograph of the moments. But now I have another thing to look forward is how this year NDP will turn out to be.
Yeah,
I think it will be a very, very special NDP this year. It will be something that is very different from past year. So yeah, kind of looking forward to it.
Agreed. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, I think like what you said, this year's NDP is definitely going to be very, very different. Like in the past, we usually have it in the National Stadium, Padang, the floor of Marina Bay, where there's so many people coming together to celebrate. The experienced people here, maybe you can share with us what is your favorite moment throughout your NDP journey, like any year, any moment, like which one of it is your favorite moment?
Okay, I think first favorite moment was my first time joining NDP, and that year the special guest was JJ Lin. So just nice that year, I was in the red sector, and I really get a close-up view for the first time to see JJ Lin lah. And then throughout my whole NDP journey, I would say the favorite moment would be during the dispersal of spectators, cause like the volunteers actually report around like 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. For every parades, but they're still very energetic at the night time, like around 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. When they have to do a bye-bye parade with the spectators to actually thank them and wish them a good night lah. So seeing them like still so energetic after a long day really touched my heart, and like I really enjoy this moment. Like it's actually throughout the whole day is my favorite part lah, because that's when I can see that my volunteers are actually really putting in efforts in contributing and serving the nation also lah. So this enthusiasm actually don't really happen just for one parade, but it actually increase as the parades goes towards the actual parade.
Wow, interesting, very interesting. Alicia, you want to share?
Yes, my favorite moment is when I see the volunteers cry. Not when they cry because they unhappy or whatnot, but it's more of the heartwarming moment, especially on the 9th of August, that day itself. When they start taking group photos, when they start passing around all the handwritten letters, group hugs for the last time, the last Majula Singapura, and they start tearing. Wow, that's the best. You know that you have lived an impact in their experience for this couple of months. So that would be my favorite moment.
Wow.
Yeah, but Bifi say I never cried.
She never cried for the 2 years.
Wait, 2 years? 2 years, how come?
She's involved in 2 years.
2018 and 19.
Oh,
Yeah, I see.
19.
Never mind, maybe this year she will apply lah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Capture the moment lah. We don't say about previous year lah. We say about this year first lah.
Okay lah, this year.
Did you why did you all decided to sign up as an NDP volunteer again this year? Like for some, you have done it like a lot of time previously. Why you all still come back again this year?
Okay, I think I can help you guys with that question. So I'll answer to that first.
Okay, sure.
When I first signed up, right, I actually told myself that okay, this is just gonna be experience and it's just gonna be a 1 year thing lah. I'm not gonna like come back the following year. But I'm sure a lot of you are like guilty of this. You know, you tell yourself that it's the first time, but it's only gonna be like once, but you end up coming back for like, you know, for like next year's and following years. Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted the experience, but I didn't expect myself to be finding my place here and like making new friends and like enjoying the experience overall. So decided to come back. Yeah, that's from me.
When I first joined NDP 2018, that was 2018. I was actually invited by Shay. Yeah.
What? I don't remember this.
Oh dear. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, but anyways, I was invited by Shay because we happened to know each other as since secondary school. So so she gave me the option. Like she gave me the message. She said, "Hey, you want to join this year's hardware media team?" That time it was Mira. She was the head. So then eventually things went different. So I started to meet many different people. I think what motivated me to come back again this year also is like to get the chance to feel and experience the whole National Day parade and the experience all over again.
I shall carry on from there. Why I joined NDP in 2015 because it was SG50. So I find it's a very very significant milestone for the country. So I was like, okay, it will be a very large scale celebration. So I was like, okay, I should be part of this. I should volunteer my time for that parade. Then 5 years later, now today, this year, I decided to come back again because I wanted to do media. Do media work for NDP. So okay, I think since I'm taking a gap year for now, so I think it's a good time for me to come back and be part of NDP in a different capacity.
I think for me, I foresee that this year NDP might be a challenging one in view of the current situation. And then with that in mind, actually I would like to take up the challenge to actually step out of my comfort zone because for the past 2 years of NDP, it has been somewhat similar the same. This year might be a different one. So I'll be able to gain new experience and also to support some of my friends in the youth planning committee and the staff in charge like Shikin and JJ and of course Elisha.
Meanwhile, we just roughly talk about so basically all of you are considered essential worker. Am I right to say that? So maybe you all can share. Okay, so maybe you all can share about like what have you all been doing like work-wise as an essential worker during this period?
Help them with, I don't know, like financial aid wise, some social service like hospital. So if they have financial aid like problem on financially, then we administer the relevant aid to them. And also for those who just need it temporarily because of the COVID situation, then we will direct them to the temporary one to help them. Yeah.
So basically your job is to help them with getting the aid, the necessary...
help them with the application. Yeah, and the processing.
So for myself is, my job scope includes like supporting the ground operations, like mass distributions, as well as similar to Hazel, assisting like the applicants in the temporary relief fund, and also for my organization CDC, we do have meals voucher schemes. So example, like as mentioned just now, the temporary relief fund, basically many applicants, they actually have difficulties reading the application form, or like they're unsure of what the scheme is or how the application process goes about. So we actually do have to assist them in filling up the form, in terms of like submitting those supporting documents needed to process the application, and also to go through the application process with them.
I see.
So like, this question goes out to those people. Were there any impactful events that you experienced throughout this situation that made you reflect about your role as essential worker or like a frontliner basically in a crisis or in any crisis in general?
We start with Lisa.
I think
for me, I think what was impactful is like, so cause I go to work every day, so I will see people daily, and then I see many frustrated people because it's in this kind of period where financially you're having so much problem that of course you're going to be angry. But then I think what's impactful is that sometimes you meet a client and then they come back days later to receive the aid, and then when you see the change in them in terms of mood, it really makes you feel like, wow, you can really see the change from like Monday they come in so sian, but Wednesday they come in happily to take the money that they really need. So it makes you feel that you have done something, that you have really helped them.
Wow, nice. Hui, maybe you want to share your experience? Like, is there any so far?
Okay, for me, because I'm involved in the temporary relief fund mainly, and then throughout this deployment, I actually do see like there are many people who actually lost much of their income or like even their job due to this pandemic. So and also besides, like many of them are actually the breadwinners of the family. So when they come to us, we help them to fill in the form. They do tell us about their stories, like how they lose their job or how they lose their income, and then bring the breadwinners and sort of like the needs to apply for this relief fund. These stories actually sort of like broke my heart to hear like how much these people actually suffered due to pandemic. And then me being on the fortunate end, I feel very worried for the livelihood, which made me put in even more effort in assisting them to secure the fund needed. So I feel the importance of being an essential worker in this crisis, because I should help them as much as possible.
It's amazing to see like whole world in fact coming together, doing their part just to like fight this virus. In fact, I think they really deserves all the recognition that they have, despite the many challenges that they have to face. So
for me, I have two sides. For me, my job scope is not just on NDP. I'm also looking over at President Challenge side, whereby we engage with the different groups of beneficiaries that can range from seniors to children to intellectually disabled to physically handicapped and all of those. So when I meet those organizations, the story that I hear from them is that they cannot get employed. Imagine an intellectually disabled individual, their caregivers, their parents they cannot go to the center anymore. So there's nobody who can take care of them. And all their parents, caregiver have to pay almost 24-hour attention on them, get them engaged. Else when they start to have meltdown, it's gonna be difficult. So these are the situations that's out there. For disadvantaged children, yes, there's home-based learning and all those, but they don't even have a laptop. Maybe they have a laptop, but they don't even have internet access. So
agree.
These are the situations out there that we see. But of course, on the good end, I do see volunteers that they are not hardware volunteers. They are just random who just came across our Facebook or Instagram and then just DM us and say, hi hardware, I would like to help. How can I help during this period of time? So there's a lot of all these incoming responses that I would say is a very pleasant situation to see. There's also a group of 20 JC students. They are in their J2 this year, but they just want to see how they can help. So there's also these initiatives out there that are rather heartwarming to see.
Agree. In your own personal opinions, what do you think? Okay, in Singapore, we put in Singapore perspective. What do you think, as a whole, can learn from this pandemic?
Not to take things for granted.
Wow, really.
It's powerful.
I think the whole nation should actually like work together as one Singapore to actually abide the rules and regulations set for us lah. Then with that actually we should learn that unity is one of the important values that we should have.
Agreed.
As what Elisha mentioned, that we should learn to be more appreciative and grateful towards, especially towards our frontliners.
I think also like what Elisha and Pihu also mentioned, we should not take things for granted, especially now, because if you see in other countries also, it's a tougher fight compared to us. So yeah, we're considered very fortunate. But then again, we must also appreciate not just the frontliners, but also those who really work behind the scenes, like the delivery guys, the ones that deliver the food, or the cleaners. In fact, it's not just, we shouldn't just appreciate them during this coronavirus period, we should appreciate them beyond it as well. It's very sad to see like stories of people being abusing cleaners, or maybe people just because they're this or that, or just like discriminating them as a whole. But now that we get to shine a light on these people in times like this, it's in a way it's like, hey, these people, how come I didn't know about this? Then why didn't I help sooner? All that. It's like you get to ask all these questions also, and also like
basically it shed light to the current social issues that we have in the society as well. For example, the foreign workers dormitories, for example, our needy, the poorer folks, and all this. I think,
in times like this, right? Actually, when you asked that question, the first thing that came to mind was that appreciation is definitely very important, but also I just want to address the fact that viruses don't discriminate. Like it doesn't matter like what kind of background you're from, or like what race you're from, or or your occupation, but everyone, like the moment it hits Singapore, right, everyone's exposed to that risk. So I think supporting one another, like be it frontliners, healthcare workers, or even your own friends and families, by staying home and following safety measures, right, that's also like very, very important as well. And I mean, in recent days we've seen spikes in like dormitories, we have seen spikes that go up to thousands, and I believe that for everyone it's a very, very scary period. But I mean, that's why we need to be reminded that showing our support and just even following instructions, that's important. Like, it's an important way to support one another as well.
I think at the same time, this entire pandemic also allow us to probably be more understanding, like the kind of stress that let's say our healthcare workers have been facing, even without the pandemic, is very real lah. So it allows us to know, actually there are some work that we don't get to see. They actually their stress is also very up there. Then we probably more understanding when we go to see the doctor, and also at the same time for the delivery man as well, we have to be understanding, because not only the delivery man, the cashiers as well, because they faces a lot of orders. So it's a time for all of us to be understanding and patient if our orders are mixed up, or our orders are delayed.
Yeah, agreed. What is one thing that you learn as an essential service worker that you can actually put to use when you're gonna volunteer for this year's National Day Parade?
I think for me is I've learned that actually like behind every person there's an untold story. So like for every circumstance we encounter, we should always like put ourselves into the shoes of others before making any conclusions. So like example, during my deployment in assisting the temporary relief fund, every applicant had a different story to be told lah. So I have learned to actually empathize so as to help them as much as possible. So bring this to NDP actually, because in NDP we actually meet a lot of situations unexpectedly. So we should always think from the other perspective first and understand their situation first before we proceed to resolve the problems.
Right. I think proper communication technique, because for now, for example, maybe in hardware training context, maybe NDP training, in the past, the group can bond together easily, physically, while playing games. Now training gonna move online, right, for the leaders one. It is gonna be through an online platform, but we still have to keep the bonding part there. How is it gonna be done and all of these things? It requires lots of communication technique that we might have taken it for granted in the past. We might have to be more patient now to hear finish one person whatever that he or she is gonna say first before moving on. We might gonna use more prompts. Okay, thumbs up if let's say you agree. But when we meet physically, we don't do that. So these are some of the things that I guess we shouldn't overlook all the small little details. Yeah.
Agree. Anyone else? Yeah.
I think learning to listen, because like I think it'll be very applicable in NDP also, because sometimes when you listen you realize that what seems like a big problem may not be really a big problem. Sometimes you just need someone to talk to hear them out, and then in the end when you listen to them they feel like they are being heard, their concerns are being addressed, so they feel less angry. So if you actually listen, the world will be a better place.
Yes.
Yeah. I think everyone has a lot of skills that we're going to apply for, especially this year's National Day. So, yeah, we can't wait to get ready for this. Actually, I got one more question. How has your experience throughout this pandemic shaped your view of the need for volunteering as a whole? Not just in NDP, but like volunteering to assist in this fight.
I think for this part is that there is definitely a need. A lot of initiative here and there. We can't really make it like an official job for everybody to take it on. We need some volunteers to be assisting this whole part lah. So it's like to make it a very complete circle or cycle. For that. So it's just like those initiatives that we have seen. For example, those that they develop a software to do translation, right, for the migrant workers. These are things that people might not do it if let's say they are not being paid, but because of such kind souls out there who volunteer to do it, it makes things so much more easier, smoother, convenient for the whole group of don't know how many thousands of migrant workers out there. There's also a lot of online free tuition service engagement for children who are in need. So I believe that when volunteers come into this part, they just help to fill in the gaps that all these underprivileged people might fall through those cracks. So they help to keep them up floating, and then which is a very heartwarming thing to see. That's for my part lah. That's what I observe.
For me is as much as my capability allows, I feel that should volunteer as much as I can, especially to help those in need lah. Cause in view of this current pandemic, I feel like even more fortunate and grateful to be living in a comfortable life still, as compared to many others who actually lost their job or at least lost their income. And because this pandemic actually let me feel teach me how to be more appreciative and grateful. So I feel that I should actually contribute back to the society and community as much as I can, and don't ask for anything in return lah. So additionally, I also do encourage my friends to actually volunteer if they are able to also.
Agree. Okay, I think we gotta wrap this up. Okay, is there any message that you want or anything that you want to say to any specific group, like a message of encouragement or thanks or anything? Like this is open to everyone.
To anyone. To me, it's just. I mean it's literally to anyone. I think in times of this period of time, just try to see the good in everything. The whole situation, out of 100%, there might be 80% of bad things, but there will still be a 20% of good things, of positive things. Even though it's just a 1% or 2%, there's still good in things. So try to look at those parts, and life will be easier and much more fulfilling. Yeah, that's for me.
Wow.
Adding on to what Elisha said, I think it's important to keep like a positive mindset lah. And I know times may be like I know it's something new. Circuit breaker is something new, and even back in 2003 when there was SARS, it wasn't we didn't have things like social distancing. At least I don't know. I wasn't old enough to like know, but I assume that there were no circuit breakers, and definitely cases were like below 1,000. But but I think staying calm, it may be something like it may be hard to do, but I think it's important to really like show our support to even like our own friends and families, even though we can't really like meet them physically. But I mean, it's a challenge for those who rely on that to even like maybe reach out to them online, or even like I've been seeing like my friends, my own classmates, like delivering stuff, like delivering food to like each other's house. And I think honestly, to me, that's like really encouraging to know that people will still find ways to like make people happy, to like make the people around them happy, and even in times of crisis. So I think keep up the positive spirit, whoever's watching this, and just keep up the positive spirit, and it's gonna we're gonna like come out of this alive and stronger and happier.
I think
for me. Okay, you share first.
Okay. For me, I dedicate to like the brave warriors, delivery men, especially the Muslim workers who are actually having Ramadan during this period lah. They are still delivering food and drink door to door every day, and even though they are like contactless delivery now, but the risk of them getting exposed to the virus are actually still relatively high. Especially in view of the high delivery demand lah. So they always try their best to deliver food and drinks to us as soon as possible, but online there are a lot of videos showing, or like even text message showing that people are actually not very appreciative of them, like asking them, are you arriving soon, that type of thing, which really heartbreaking lah, because they're really trying their best and we are not very appreciative of them lah. So I would like to dedicate like to them, because they really put in a lot of hard work and effort.
Agreed. It is especially a tough one because we're recording this during the Ramadan period. So I think I'll add on to all our Muslim friends watching this. Have a safe Ramadan. Stay safe, and eventually, you have a peaceful Hari Raya this month. Stay safe for everyone. This virus, this whole situation, especially right now, things are beyond our control, and that is okay because, like, we are human beings, and like, what I think I really want to dedicate all this is to not just to the social workers, but to everyone involved in this fight. It can be anybody. Like, they really deserve credit to show everyone that, like, we are united as a whole, and once this crisis is over, we can really celebrate outside. Finally, at last. So
I think throughout this period.
Okay. I think I want to add one more. Is like
you got.
It's like specifically for the specific one, for the youth out there. An upcoming month is gonna be your holiday. Yes, you might be thinking that this holiday boring lah, cannot go out, cannot meet my friends, cannot do this and that. But it's a wonderful opportunity for you to do something new. I'm not trying to sell program or whatever. I'm trying to just bring across positive ideas. You can make use of this timing to take up online free courses out there. I'm taking one now actually on weekend. So there's so much. No. Coursera. So it's like there's so many things for you to upskill yourself, empower yourself with more skill set out there. A very good time period for you to do up something meaningful and not just every day maybe you Netflix, eat, sleep, and all so on and so on again. So it's a very good opportunity to do something. Yeah, so set a goal out there. Usually people set New Year resolution, right? This would be like a circuit breaker resolution. What you want to get after 1 month? You want to lose 5 kg? Sure, you every day diet lah, you do all your exercises lah. It's possible. So set some goal out there. After these 4 weeks, I want to complete a course of 4 weeks. I want to learn coding. I want to learn Korean language. Yeah, so go and do something about it. That's my shout out to the youth out there who are having holiday the next month.
We're all youth here over also.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, anyone?
35 years old.
Yeah, I think this is the best period to actually fulfill your New Year resolution or any target that you wish to achieve lah. Because since you're at home and a lot of people feeling bored or all this, instead of feeling bored, you can go pick up some skills or work towards your target lah. And another thing is this period, I think just shout out to everyone just to be patient and be patient either to the food deliverer delivering your food or the food handler preparing your food towards your family members, because you have to see them 24 hours 7. So yeah, it's a good time for you to practice your patience. Yeah.
Agreed. Oh, okay. I think that's it. All right. I think that wraps up our podcast / recording / I don't know if this is the only time we will have this, but I don't know, there'll be more to come, but if there will be.
It's been a good podcast.
Yeah, it's been a good one.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining.
Is it we're gonna take group photo?
Thanks everyone.
How do we take a group photo?
So
Screenshot. Then we just
someone can screenshot.
Sorry, I'm very bad at Zoom.
How
Okay, I have a national flag on my work.
So who is screenshotting? Later we small for 10 seconds, nobody screenshot.
Okay, anyone? Okay, ready? Everything, I don't know how this is. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Yay, thank you.
Thanks everyone for joining this.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you.